Hello, this is Obsidian C from Keep of Kalessin, and you are watching Rock and Metal News.
Hey guys, this is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News, and we're here with Obsidian C from Keep of Kalessin. Actually, we just finished the show. We usually do our interviews prior to the shows, but we're doing this one after, and we're still reeling from the amazing mosh pit that they had all concert, and just the amazing songs. The Awakening just kicked, and Dragon Iconography is unreal. So we're here with Arndt. So you guys get to open up for Mayhem. It's cool, very cool band to open for. And how's the tour been going so far?
It's been going pretty good. We had a rough time in the beginning of the tour because our transport didn't arrive until like 3 days, so we had to actually rent some cars, and then we had to take public transport and shit, and with equipment and all that bullshit, it was a rough first week, but right now we're like in the middle of the tour and getting into it, and the shows are really good. I think this is the first time that we are starting to sound better here in the States and North America, and it feels like we are gaining new fans. And of course, it's great for us to open for a legendary band like Mayhem.
Oh, that's great, man. And now you guys are on the same lineup as Hate again. We saw you guys come through here with Sepultura and Hate. They kind of one of your touring mates that you guys like to take to hang out with and that?
Yeah, right now we are sharing transport with them, so we're good friends with them. And the first time we toured with them was actually back in 2006, I think. Just after we had released Armada, we did a tour with Carpet and Forest and Keep of Kalessin and Hate. So we have toured with them quite a bit now. So
great, no, that's great. Good guys to tour with. So Reptilian, very cool songs on that. Some of my favorites are Dragon Iconography, The Awakening, both amazing songs. Now, I noticed they have lots of melody, and there's melody and guitar melody in the vocals. So when you guys are writing this, do you usually come up with a guitar melody and put the vocals over it, or do you guys sort of sometimes have some vocal melodies and then put the guitar behind it?
It all depends on the writing process, because sometimes I have the whole idea of a song in my head, and then I start playing the guitar and making the riffs for it. Or I have the riffs and the melody, and then we just put the vocals over it. Or sometimes we have the riffs, and then in the studio we are like working with different types of vocal styles, and then we just add the melodies there. So it's whatever works. It's not like we have one formula to create a song. All our songs are almost created differently. So.
That's excellent. That's one thing I noticed with you guys is that you have very much diversity in your songs. You know, you got some blast beats and you go to slower. You have some, fast guitar. You got some almost bluesy guitar riffs in there, and that's what really I think makes you guys stand out. It's great. You guys seem a lot, very connected to the fans, and I know that Reptilian, there's so many good songs on that album. How are the fans? I noticed, too, you play a lot of them live. They're pretty good live songs. How are the fans taking them? I guess after tonight, I haven't seen the floor move that much, actually, in this place for a long time, like continually through your whole show.
Well, that's nice to hear. I think that a lot of the fans are still very focused on Armada because it had a very big impact to people who knew Keep of Kalessin from before, and then we just upped the notch a lot on that album, took everything to a new step, and also it had a pretty big impact on the scene because it was something fresh and something new. Problem when you get an album like this is to follow up. I personally think, and I also know that many of our fans think the same, that we followed up big time on Kolossus and on Reptilian, but our music takes a little while to get used to. So Reptilian has been out for over a year now, and it's just now that people are starting to totally get it, because it's diverse music. It has a lot of detail, more than you would hear in a normal metal album nowadays. So because of that, it's almost too much to swallow in the first listen. So you have to get used to our kind of music. But right now, I think that this tour is the first one overseas here that we see that we are starting to get a following over here, and like I said, people now are starting to get into it. And the reason we are focusing on Reptilian now, the Reptilian song, is of course that we have the Reptilian album out there. Some nights people ask me why we don't play songs from Armada, but we only have like 40 or 45 minutes, and those songs are very long. But there's also, like, we have tried to play Condemnation from the Reclaim EP, we have tried to play Crown of the Kings and The Wealth of Darkness from Armada, but what we see is that every time we do that, we have the the Reptilian songs, and then we play something from Armada, and the crowd totally drops. They're just standing there. So the feedback we get from the crowd is actually better on the Reptilian songs, and I think that is because we are playing for a lot of new fans. Our goal over here now is not to please our fans. Our goal is to gain new fans, because we need to get new fans every day so that we can start headlining over here. But I think that the Reptilian songs are so much better in a live situation than our older stuff. Maybe some of the songs on Armada are better, like very good on an album, but there's a difference between what you do live and what you do on an album. And especially the Reptilian songs, I think that sounds better, they feel better, we play them better in a live situation, and we easily see the response from the audience on those songs, and that's why we are pushing those songs now. So even though some of these fans probably have seen us for the third time with almost the same set, we try to change this a little bit, but still, it's like I said, we need to come back here and do this set because there are also new fans. Yes. And our focus, like I said, is simply to gain new fans right now. So hopefully when we headline, we will pull in more of the older stuff.
Right. No, that's great. Now, are you guys on the road now, kind of writing, or are you looking at writing things for a new album in 2012 at all? Or are you just going to kind of ride Reptilian a bit more, or do you have, are you kind of working on the road to put things down?
Right now, this is the last run we do for Reptilian. We have been touring this album almost at least 1.5 years now. We've done a lot of shows on this album. And our focus from January will be to just go back, take a step back from the touring. We will only play a few shows next year, and then write a new album and have the album out in maybe October next year. Normally it would actually be out before the summer, but I decided on this one that I want to take my time because we are going to up the notch on everything, production and songwriting, everything. And I feel that all our 3 latest albums has been rushed at some point because Armada was like, it took such a long time for production. Kolossus, we had the Dimmu Borgir and Behemoth tour over here, so it was like we couldn't wait until after the summer because this tour was there, so we needed to finish the album in time for the tour, or I think it was released in the middle of the tour or something. And then Reptilian, we had the Eurovision thing back in Norway, so we needed to rush that album so it didn't take too long from the appearance on television to the actual album release. So it's a lot of stuff like this that you have to think about. But right now, I think that, we are where we are, and we don't know what's going to happen on the next one, but the only thing that I focus on now is just to chill out, take my time, write the best possible album that I can without any kind of labels telling me you have to have it this out this date or whatever. So we just take our time now. But knowing what to do, I think it would be October release.
Oh no, that's great. I mean, it's good to take your time. You guys, you have that type of style that would. Now, the Dragon Choir, you guys going to maybe incorporate some of that in the next album? Are you thinking about it, or if it? Yeah, Dragon Choir.
If it calls maybe. We have a lot of strange ideas, and I personally think that we will probably use T-Bone's vocals more on the choirs, because some of the parts that we did on pre-production was only done by him, and I feel that it was more, it fits more if we actually use his vocals for all the different voices. So I think we will do that, but we were actually thinking about recording a full choir album with the Dragon Choir, like a some crazy idea, just do some classical stuff with them. But it wouldn't be keyboard Kalessin stuff. It would be not be connected. It would be just do this for fun or something.
So just maybe one last question. I appreciate your time. You're going to take a bit of time off after this. Now, what about festivals? Are you guys going to Wacken or Sonosphere or Hellfest? Anything coming up like that?
Since our album will be out after the summer this time, then we will focus on not doing so many festivals, because if we do too many next year, it means that we cannot do it when the album is out. So I would rather actually just do a few festivals and then have the album out, and then in 2013 just focus on touring and promoting the album as much as possible. So I don't think we will do too much, but some festivals it will definitely be there. So.
Okay. Hey, this is Ron from YouTube's RockAndMetalNewz, and we're here with Arndt, which is a.k.a. Obsidian C from Keep of Kalessin. Go out and buy Reptilian. It's an unbelievable album. And thanks for tuning in.